You're watching Mining Headlines on mining.com. I'm Devin Murrigan. We start here. Canadian Energy Minister Jonathan Wilkinson has warned the U.S. could soon face taxes on critical minerals. Those are critical resources the U.S. needs to build ships, power homes, and grow food. Now, speaking at the Prospectors and Developers of Canada Association's annual convention in Toronto, Wilkinson said all potential actions will be considered. Canada supplies the U.S. with key materials like oil, nickel, and uranium. It is also the largest supplier to the U.S. for steel and aluminum, vital for many producers, including energy infrastructure components. Wilkinson says cutting off that flow is now fully on the table. The 25% tariffs on most Canadian goods and 10% on minerals have sparked outrage. Wilkinson says the trust has been broken.
It has become very, very clear that we can no longer rely on the Americans in the way that we have in the past. We will never go back to where we were 3 months ago with our friends in the United States. We will never be able to trust them in the same way that we did before. Ensuring we are increasingly resilient has to focus on a number of things. Eliminating the internal barriers to trade between provinces and territories, something that we've talked about for a long time, but something that needs to get done, and it needs to get done quickly. We need to deepen trade relations with key, trustworthy allied countries, and we need to do that in a very focused and strategic manner. We need to enhance the capacity of our railways and our ports to enable greater exports of products from across this country. We need to assess potential vulnerabilities with respect to our energy infrastructure. We need to continue to improve and make more efficient regulatory and permitting processes to ensure that good projects can be built and built within reasonable timeframes, something I discussed at length with all Canada's energy and mines ministers this morning. And we need to ensure that Canada remains a great place to invest and grow.
Copper prices skyrocketed over 5% in New York on Tuesday after President Donald Trump suggested a 25% tariff on imports of the metal. The surprise announcement made during a speech to Congress sent traders scrambling, pushing U.S. copper prices well above global benchmarks. Markets had braced for potential levies, but not at this scale or speed. Commodity experts warn this could severely disrupt global trade, with the impact reaching far beyond copper. The move mirrors Trump's 25% tariffs on aluminum and steel, set to take effect on March the 12th. China's copper production is set to break another record this year, but smelters are feeling the pressure. Processing fees have plunged, making operations unprofitable, yet capacity keeps expanding. The government is now stepping in, planning to cap new facilities. However, existing plants will keep running, driving production higher. Output is expected to rise nearly 5% in 2025 to over 12.4 million tons. That's a faster pace than last year's 3.1% growth. The United States is pulling out of the Just Energy Transition Partnership, a global initiative to help developing nations shift from coal to cleaner energy. Now, the move will affect key beneficiaries, including South Africa, Indonesia, and Vietnam. The U.S. had pledged over $3 billion in financing, but since President Donald Trump's return to office, Washington has prioritized fossil fuel development and slashed foreign aid. Officials in South Africa and Indonesia say they were formally notified of the withdrawal, though other donor nations remain committed. The U.S. State Department has not commented on the decision. Experts warn this could slow global efforts to cut emissions and transition to renewable energy. Mali has stopped issuing small-scale gold mining permits to foreign nationals after a deadly mine collapse killed 49 people in February. The government is tightening controls, seizing equipment, and firing local officials where accidents occur. Interim President Assimi Goïta says the move aims to prevent further tragedies. The military-led government is also increasing its grip on the mining sector with a new mining code. Meanwhile, Mali remains in a dispute with Canada's Barrick Gold over revenues from its biggest mine. And that's where we leave your news headlines for now. Bye-bye.